The new King EArnur model has arrived for Middle-earth strategy battle game. Yes, you heard it right, the last King of Gondor is making a grand entrance, and today I'm here to tell you why this release is such a big deal. Okay, let's just jump straight into it. Here he is, King EArnur in all his glory. Now, I will admit, I think this is a pretty good model. I really like the design. I mean, check out the details on him. He's got his heavy armor, he's wielding a sword and shield. These designs feature the White Tree of Gondor, and obviously he has both the standing and mounted option as well, both equally detailed. I mean, I feel like he's very much looking like that warrior king he was meant to be. But at the end of the day, it's not just about his looks, so let's get into that nitty gritty, the stats. Just how good is the last King of Gondor? Well, I will be honest in that he is no real slouch on the battlefield. He is pretty solid. He has got a fight value of 6, meaning he is pretty handy in a scrap, and that high fight value very much will be needed. Along with this, he does have his 3 attacks, 3 wounds and 3 points of might, really making him a pretty formidable hero. But there's more than just these stats. He has some special rules as well. So let's have a look at his main 2. First up, we have a Fool's Challenge. This rule means EArnur can't decline a heroic challenge and must charge an enemy hero if he can. Talk about commitment. This rule really captures EArnur's pride and his refusal to back down from a fight, reflecting his character's lore perfectly. And then, along with that, we have Master Duelist. And no, this is no Yu-Gi-Oh reference. This rule lets EArnur match the fight value of his opponent in single combat, as long as they're not a monster. It's like him saying basically, you think you're better than me? Think again. This rule is especially useful when facing off against high fight value heroes, ensuring EArnur can really hold his own against the best. But it must be said though, the Master Duelist ability comes into play after any other rules that alter an enemy model's fight value, with the exception of Heroic Strike. So, if an enemy hero has boosted their fight value with a special rule, EArnur can still match them, providing it is not Heroic Strike. This makes him incredibly versatile and dangerous in one-on-one combats. So now that we know that he looks great and the stats are there to back him up, how may you actually use EArnur in your games? Well, he's obviously a perfect fit for any Gondor army, and his abilities make him a fantastic choice to go into those hero duels. If an enemy hero is causing you a problem, EArnur is likely the one to sort them out. But if we consider tactics wise, EArnur's Fool's Challenge can actually be a double-edged sword. While it forces him to charge enemy heroes, which can be risky, your opponent also has to think twice about positioning their heroes anywhere near EArnur. This can create opportunities for you to control the battlefield and dictate the flow of combat. His Master Duelist ability is perfect for taking on other powerful heroes like I said. Imagine him facing off against an enemy like Aragorn or the Witch King in your match play. EArnur can match their fight value, giving you a fighting chance in those crucial hero v hero battles. Just be cautious around those monsters though, as you cannot forget that this rule doesn't work against them. Plus, if you're into narrative play, EArnur also opens up some awesome possibilities. Imagine reenacting the Battle of Fornost or his final fateful ride to Minas Morgul. You could create some epic scenarios that bring the rich lore of Middle-earth to life. Maybe you want to explore what-if scenarios in your game, like EArnur successfully defeating the Witch King. The storytelling potential is amazing. So overall, EArnur is not just a powerful addition to your army, but also a fantastic narrative element that can add depth and excitement to your games. But of course, along with our channel of the Broken Sword, I would feel amiss not to dive into a bit of the lore if maybe you don't know exactly who EArnur is. If you're just a movie fan, you're not going to have heard of him, and he is a great character, so I thought I'd give some background. So, who exactly is EArnur? Well, EArnur was born in 1928 of the Third Age and was the last king of Gondor. Yes, the last king of Gondor before Aragorn reclaimed the crown. This guy was a true warrior at heart, brave, strong, and well, a bit hot-headed. He was more into fighting and the exercise of arms than perhaps ruling, which is both his strength and his downfall. EArnur's story is filled with heroics and epic battles. During the Angmar War, the ancient realm of Eärnur was under siege by the Witch King of Angmar. Eärnur's father, King EArnur II, couldn't send troops initially due to troubles of his own, but when the situation became dire, he dispatched Eärnur to aid the north. Eärnur led a massive fleet north to help the beleaguered kingdom of Eärnur. His fleet was so large it filled the harbours of Midland, Harland and Forland. Despite his efforts, he arrived too late to save Arthedain and its last king, Arthur Dewey, but his arrival was still a turning point. Teaming up with Círdan the shipwright and Glorfindel, Eärnur cleansed the lands of Angmar's forces, leading to the epic Battle of Fornost. At Fornost, Eärnur faced the Witch King himself. Now, the Witch King is of course no ordinary foe, he's a terrifying leader of the Nazgul with dark powers. And during the battle, the Witch King's presence caused Eärnur's horse to bolt, and the Witch King mocked him for it. This moment of humiliation left a lasting mark on Eärnur, and he vowed never to be made a fool of again. Despite this, the combined forces of Gondor, the elves and the remaining men of Eärnur won the day. Glorfindel here famously told Eärnur not to pursue the Witch King, prophesying that far off yet is his doom, and not by the hand of man will he fall. And of course, by the hand of man, he did not fall.
I am no man.
Wise words that Eärnur in his pride did struggle to accept. Years later, Eärnur ascended to the throne of Gondor after his father's passing in 2043. As king, he was more a warrior than a ruler, retaining his prowess and skill in battle, but his pride remained his Achilles heel. The Witch King, now entrenched in Minas Morgul, challenged him to single combat multiple times, taunting him over the earlier humiliation. For a while, Eärnur resisted these taunts thanks to the wise counsel of his steward, Mardil Voronwë. But 7 years into his reign, the Witch King's challenge became too much. Eärnur, leaving his crown in the houses of the dead, rode out with a small escort to Minas Morgul. He was never seen again. His disappearance marked the end of the line of kings in Gondor, and the beginning now of the rule of the stewards. This moment was definitely a pivotal one in the history of Gondor. It led to the Age of the Stewards and eventually, all that time later, to the return of the king with Aragorn's coronation. So, it is safe to say, Eärnur's story is a tragic reminder of that fine line between valour and pride. And with that background on his history, hopefully you have a newfound respect for this new model entering the game. And so there we have it. With all of that, I think it shows why I believe King Eärnur is a fantastic idea for a release of a model. I guess the only thing is, it's just the one model and we haven't had more. But that's not to say there aren't more to come. And with the buzz created by Eärnur's release, perhaps and just perhaps we might get more and more things. So what would you actually like to see next? Would you like to see more stuff related to Eärnur, or would you perhaps like something different completely? Let me know what you would like in the comments down below. And with that, thank you for sticking around with me to the very end of this video today. It has been quite a long time, and this is something a bit different for the channel. So please, if you do enjoy this kind of content, hit the like button on the video, share it, leave us a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the Tabletop Alliance for more awesome content like this. So until next time, happy gaming. And of course, if you really enjoyed the lore side of this and you aren't subscribed to The Broken Sword, our Lord of the Rings Tolkien lore channel, then please go and check that out. I have timed this up so there is a full story of Eärnur video up, so these uploads will go hand in hand together really well. And so with that, I'll see you next time.